Welcome to the Moustache Model Works DHC2 Beaver build log. This video documents the build by Robert Dueck, which began in January 2021 and was completed in August 2023. The 20cc de Havilland Canada DHC2 Beaver radio control airplane kit arrived in January 2021. Here are the contents laid out and ready to begin the build, taking the first look at the detailed plans for the model. The build starts with the horizontal stabilizer and elevators. A closer look at the assembled horizontal stabilizer and elevators on the plans. Building the fin proved to be more difficult than anticipated. While the fin wasn't perfect, it was functional and would allow the model to fly. The tail components, including the fin and horizontal stabilizer, are now built. Moving on to the wings, both the left and right wings are constructed simultaneously. The black tube needed extensive work to fit correctly into the cardboard tubes within the wing structure. The 20cc gasoline motor has arrived. A modification was made using a machine screw and reinforcement instead of a wood screw to prevent a common builder issue. The top sheeting has been glued down. The leading edge is secured after gluing, and the wingtips and servo hatches are fitted into place. The wings are now complete, with the ailerons and flaps built and hinged. Starting the fuselage build. Motor clearance is a concern. There was a major twist in the fuselage due to warping in the main cabin plywood floor, affecting all subsequent components. The motor mounts were installed, and it turned out fine. A slice and splice was required on the fuselage to relieve tension from the twist, leveling the stabilizer and ensuring the fin is perfectly vertical. A mock-up assembly to check the overall look of the model so far. The fuselage bottom corners are now glued firmly in place. The fuselage structure continues to take shape after the bottom corners are secured. With the bottom corners complete, the top corner pieces are now being fitted and glued. More fuselage components are completed, and a porthole window style has been selected from the options provided. The fuel tank and throttle linkage are installed. Since the muffler obstructs access to the carburetor connections, a servo-operated choke system was designed using a relay shaft and levers. This system has proven to be effective for engine operation. Here is a front and side view of the custom servo-operated choke system, showing the relay shaft and levers. The choke servo is controlled by a 3-position switch on the transmitter, offering full, half, or no choke operation. The windshield and cowl are fitted, the cabin interior is painted, and additional finishing supplies have arrived. The covering process begins on the fuselage, moving from the bottom to the top and from the back to the front. A closer look at the fuselage as the covering progresses. The covering process continues, showing smooth application on the fuselage structure. A quick mock-up is done to visualize the model with the covering partially applied. The model's wings are covered and temporarily attached for a complete visual check. The covering is complete, though more finishing work remains to be done. The servos are connected and will later be concealed by the cabin seats. The landing gear and wing struts are also installed. Color-matched paint, sourced from an auto supply store, was airbrushed onto the plastic parts on the balcony paint booth. Epoxying the 2-piece landing gear fairings into the correct position proved to be extremely challenging. The model is looking finished, but the cowl still needs its final color application. During the motor break-in, the OEM muffler socket head bolts loosened. These are inaccessible when fully assembled, so they were replaced with longer, drilled, and wire-locked hex head bolts. The fake R985 motor was painted and detailed using various materials. The bottom 2 cylinders were cut off to ensure proper airflow for the real motor. The cowl is fully painted, the cockpit door and fuel door are drawn onto the fuselage, and all windows are installed. The aircraft is balanced and ready for its maiden flight, awaiting suitable weather. The maiden flight was successful, but during landing, the 2-piece axle assembly on the left side separated. This issue was resolved by replacing the blue thread locker with red permanent Loctite. Thank you for watching the build log. The successful maiden flight video is available via the link provided on the slide. Please check it out.